Hey, muy buenas a todos chavales, estamos en otro vídeo más de What Remains of Edith Finch y vamos a seguir por donde lo dejamos, en el árbol, haber encontrado el gato
This was
de, de Molly, conocimos la historia de Molly y vamos a ver el
be
siguiente.
obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Voy a bajar un poco la voz, ¿vale? Porque en el anterior vídeo se escuchaba muy fuerte. Un poco mejor. Bueno,
We
esta
got
habitación de la
along, and it
abuela.
was a good place to hide from my mom. Her room was like a museum.
No quiero ir rápido porque como que prefiero, a lo mejor estar esto, ¿no? Quiero ir más despacio, pues estos juegos son para disfrutarlos. Así que vamos a ver.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Wow.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
¿Qué coño?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
¿Dónde estáis ahora?
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Wow. Odin.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ingeborg. Cómo mola. Odin. Los misterios de la muerte y el Fighter que no sé lo que es. Odin Finch. Ah, era escritor. Tenía un montón de libros.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Qué grande. Sven. Dragon kills Finch. Madre mía. Curioso personaje.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
¿Tira la llave aquí? Oh. By Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Oh.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Tocani ahí. ¿Qué pasa, chavales? Fotito palista. ¿Cómo ha hecho? Típico. Milton había estado aquí también. Toda la cosa conectada entre sí, ¿eh? Qué curioso. For Calvin, for Sam. Wow. Tiene que estar, vamos, estoy yo aquí todo reventado, tiene que estar la muchacha.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Documentante.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Wow, cómo mola.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Ah,
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
oh.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
¿Se va a tirar?
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
No. Dios.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh, tío.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Dios, qué pena. No, 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 no.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Dios mío. Me cago en la puta, tío. Dios, me cago en su
Calvin's
puta
story
madre.
felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember
Oof.
trying to do the exact same thing.
Vaya juego, tío. Vaya juego, se me está poniendo de corbata, tío. Qué puta pasada de juego.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Joder, tío.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh. Ay. ¿Otro más?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Ya hemos estado. Esto no hemos visto todavía este cuarto. Ah, el cuarto. Ahora vamos a ver el cuarto de Bárbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Ahora toca, creo yo que tocará ahí para el cuarto de Bárbara. Milton.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
A ver, lo tenía un poco subido, ¿no?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Bárbara Street. Happy birthday. Bárbara, a ver, eso tiene ya su tiempo. Eso debería estar más que podrido, pero bueno. No pongamos pegas. Ahora.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara
Cómo
was
mola.
famous for her
Forma de
scream.
cómic a tope.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
Y ahora vamos a ir
20
corriendo.
minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Ahí lo estamos llevando nosotros.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ay, que lo estamos llevando nosotros. Dios, qué puto pasote.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
De repente una peli de miedo. Super ochentera.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Toma.
Oh!
Rick?
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well,
Hijo puta.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
Gilipa.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ya vamos otra vez con el dibujillo de cómic. Otra vez con musiquilla. Me encanta.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
¿Atrás?
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
En el cuarto de la niña del gato.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't
Se ha matado
moving,
Paco.
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Se ha matado Paco. Pero corre, coño. Baja ahí todo cuidadillo. Ya no está. Ya.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Dang dong.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
¿Ah? ¿Qué coño?
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Dios. ¿Qué coño? ¿Murió así? ¡Qué fuerte!
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Dios mío. ¡Qué reventada! Guardando. Va. Dios mío. Con la Bárbara. Ahora nos vamos a ir para el sótano.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Vamos a ver si cogemos la llave del sótano y bajamos a ver qué hay. Dios mío, la historia familiar aquí. La Virgen. Oh, ¿y aquí quién hay? ¿De quién es esto?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
No se puede abrir, ¿no? A lo mejor se entrará desde el sótano. Sótano. Parece que
It's
estaba por
funny.
aquí.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Como que te lo recuerda. A ver, que a veces... Ay. No hay que parar. Oh. Era verdad. Oh, boy. El sotanito, tú. Sven.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Cómo mola. El dragón que mató al Sven.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
La nevera.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
¿Qué cojones? Estos son cereales. Un
If there's a
búnker.
pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 años.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
1968.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Vale, lo vamos a dejar aquí. El capitulito 2. Vale, hemos conseguido la historia de Calvin y la de Bárbara. Y poquito a poco estamos avanzando bastante bien. El juego me está encantando, la verdad, es una pasada. Es un juego muy tranquilo, juego sin acción. Lo que viene siendo un First Person Explorer, pero madre mía, me está poniendo burrísimo. Así que bueno, espero que os esté gustando. Ya sabéis, un like si os gusta, suscribiros si no lo estáis, y comentad cosillas que veáis en el vídeo, cosas que queráis que haga, juegos que queréis que suba, etcétera. Hasta el siguiente vídeo, adiós.